don't care about anything but you. Uh,
Listen, you little Tarzan bitch, if you ever do that shit to me again,
that
I'll
was not
cut
Tarzan.
your
That was my
fucking...
Elphaba cry. That was my
I said what
Elphaba warrior cry.
I said what I said. It's just not
Wow.
very demure of
That was
you.
very anti-DEI of you. Hi, friends.
Do it look, honey? I'm not
Loathing,
like you.
unadulterated loathing for
Who's the
your
girl on
hair, your
Maury who was
voice,
like,
your
I'm not
clothing.
like the black people? Do you
It
remember
wasn't Maury.
her?
It was Jerry Springer. Was it? No, it was Maury. You're right. It was Maury. Wait, no, it was Dr.
Maury?
Phil. It was Dr. Phil.
Whichever. Oh, I tell my mom I'll never be like any of those Negroes.
Child. Anyways. Hi, friends. Welcome to a
Hi.
very wicked episode of the Untitled Africans podcast.
You know,
I'm
Wicked
your
is like
host,
Boston
Brian,
slang. Wicked, cool episode.
aka MC Batty B. With your
Wicked,
girl.
cool. How's their accent? I'm guess she parked in the car of the market.
Stop it now. Stop it now. End it now. End it now, please. End it now. That's Wangechi, you guys. and I'm here with Wangechi.
Wangechi from the Northeast. That rhymed.
Baby, you from the far east of Africa. Northeast, my ass. What do you mean?
The Far East is
Popular.
crazy.
You're gonna
I wanna be
popular.
popular.
Like me. Ting. If you guys haven't realized, we're in a very
So-
wickedly exciting mood.
We're in queer
I'm just
media.
being... We are holding space right now.
Holding space to defy gravity.
You know?
And just give me your finger.
Really.
I just feel like I just need the space to defy gravity.
Child, if y'all haven't not realized already, we have been in wicked land these past, like, I don't know how many. The movie just came out, and it's like
It has
my
been for at least a
timeline.
month. At least a month.
The anticipation, the build-up has been,
It's gone crazy.
and then the press. It's just been a lot. But
I'm loving
go ahead.
it. I feel
I'm
like
here for it.
I feel like the press has been like an inside look of what it's like to go to like theater camp.
Oh, I was gonna say something else.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, the press has been what it's been like to go to like an all women's college and like room with two girls who have a parasocial emotional relationship.
How do they have a parasocial relationship if they live together though?
Bro, what I tell you, just like
it's like y'all are there, but y'all are not really there. You need to
it's like
be
I'm the
here
third
for
roommate
you
who's
to
just
get
like,
over there.
like, are these
Are you
bitches gonna eat
good?
each other out? Like, what's gonna happen? Like,
Are they fucking? Do y'all be fucking? When
and
I'm
they
not
were
here?
roommates.
Oh, I heard we need to not curse within the first 5 minutes, or else YouTube will like flag us or something. I already broke that, but next time,
Babe.
that'll be our New Year's goal.
Not even like the next 2 episodes goal. It'll be our New Year's goal.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be realistic, you know, realistic resolutions.
Anyway, girl, let's get into this wicked discussion because, child, this movie and this press has been. Let's talk about. I will say the casting Mwah, chef's kiss.
8. 8
Down.
down. Down,
Because
down, 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 down.
down, down, down the road, down the witch's road. I will say,
Down.
witches have been like the press and PR behind witches these past like few months, years has been eating down because between Scarlet
Witches are
Witch,
getting great PR.
Agatha, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and now Wicked.
Yeah.
The witches is eating
And
down,
which,
but
which,
Cynthia
which, which,
Erivo,
which is the
which
Olsen witch?
witch? Oh, is the Olsen witch? Is it what you said?
Which is the Olsen witch? When that came out, I think that started it in
Mm,
2020.
yeah, Scarlet
Um,
Witch.
so now Tia Tamara, we need you.
Twitches,
Now's the
tap in,
time. I was gonna say
clock
Chloe
in,
and Hallie can
girlies.
be their daughters, but they might be too old. Who are the new
Daughters is
like
crazy.
duo? Who are the new duo girlies right now?
There's none. I don't know anyone who's doing it like them.
There's
Flo,
somebody.
maybe.
There's 3 of them, and they're too old. Actually, I was
Okay.
surprised. Stella just turned 23,
Yeah. They're not that old.
but like
I
for
mean, how old
Tia
was
and
Tia and
Tamara,
Tamara?
I feel like they need to be like the girls need to be like 17, 18.
Oh, okay. I guess. But Tia and Tamara were like in their 20s when they were doing Twitches.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be a
Oh,
little
are we now
realistic with
casting
the
for actual
casting.
ages instead of casting older for it to play younger?
Oh yes, let's find the Nene
This new PC Hollywood,
twins.
y'all.
The Nene twins. I nominate the Nene twins to be in Twitches, and instead of singing
I
Disney, it's
not
time to pivot. It's time to
you
get
know who
into
I
dancing.
nominate? You
Who?
know who I nominate? I
Who?
nominate the Claremont twins. Diabolical, I know. Awful.
Nothing prepared me for that answer. The Claremont twins, I kind of love them.
Wild, I know.
So, yes.
They're kind
Well,
of,
yes.
you know?
But
Well, yes.
instead of it being Tia and Tamara's what's it called? Daughters, it's like they're cool cousins.
Mm.
It's like we
Because
have
you
to
do
step up.
know there was an
It could be like a
alternate
family
ending.
rival thing.
There was an alternate
Rivalry.
ending to Twitches 2. I don't know if you remember this. There was an alternate ending
What?
where come to find out that their mom actually had an evil twin sister. But Disney never aired it because yeah, you've never seen it?
OMG, no, that does not sound familiar at all.
Oh my god, go on YouTube. Type in Twitches 2 alternate ending. Like there is an alternate where like and she's like in all black and like her amulet cuz you know the mother's I think is like the moon or something.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to set it up to where it's like one of the twins was going to be like evil or like because of like their
Mm.
powers they would be evil. But here's my thing, what if instead of that it comes out that the evil twin of their mother has also her own set of twins and they're
Twins.
evil.
Yes. Or
And it's like a
everybody loves a
family.
good family rivalry. But everybody loves a good
Mhm.
multi-universe thing now. It could be like the Twitches of the other universe.
Multiverse of Twitches. Oh my
Disney,
god, I'm here for it. Hire us. Call us,
pick
babe.
up the phone,
Cuz
baby.
Issa ain't picking up our calls.
Not yet. She's going
Not
too
yet,
soon.
anyway.
She's going
But
too
like I
soon.
said, witches are having, their PR moment right now. So I'm here for it. And like, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but Wicked, the Broadway musical turned now movie musical, has been tearing up the uh what's it called?
Press,
No,
box
not the press.
office.
What's the Yes, the box office. I think in their opening they had like over I don't know they beat their budget by like a lot, like
Beat
over
that
half.
budget up. Uh, uh.
Yes, and I think it's just a testament to how much like the story is just it resonates with so many people. Um so if you don't know the story, it's about this girl who was born green. Honestly, y'all, I'm not doing this is not a spoiler. The Broadway play has been out for
Fino.
fucking years. If you haven't seen it yet, go fucking
Decades.
like decades at this point. If you haven't seen it yet, that's on you. Um but yes, it
Spoiler
follows
alert.
this it follows the story of a girl named Elphaba who goes to Shiz University, and she meets this other girl whose name is Galinda. Um, and they end up being roommates. And the thing about Elphaba is she was born green because
Mm.
when her mama was pregnant with her mom was fucking around
Mm.
on her daddy.
Mm.
And so the dude that her
It's
mama
giving
was messing
OJ
around
and
with,
Chris.
the I'm not even going to touch that with the fucking 10-foot pole. But the mama, when the dude that she was messing around with, who turns out to be Elphaba's actual daddy, instead of the dude who was a munchkin who, was her husband at the time, was giving this girl this green elixir. And so when the baby came out, the baby was green. And so all her life she was made fun of, and and they were just like, she this isn't right, da da da. So her father basically like kind of like casts her out, and she has a sister who, you know, when she was born, her legs didn't work that well, so she's in a wheelchair. So they both go to university, to Shiz University, and so she ends up Alphaba ends up rooming with Galinda, and they form this kind of love hate relationship. In the beginning they hate each other, hence the song Loathing. Is it? No, but the song Loathing, that's not the title of the song. I don't know the song, but anyway, that's where that
Some
song came
song.
from, when they first like are rooming together. Then there's, as time passes, they're like, oh, okay, you kind of cool, like, girl, I'm gonna help you out, I'm gonna get you to I'm gonna help you become popular, and hence the song Popular. And so then they form a friendship, and then come to find out, Elphaba got magical powers. She a bad bitch with, spooky ooky. And so Madame Morrible takes
Wingardium
notice.
Leviosa.
It's not Leviosa, it's Leviosa. How did she say it? It's not
Yeah.
Leviosa, it's Leviosa. Yeah. So, she over here casting spells and stuff. So Madame Marble, who, takes Elphaba under her wing, she's like, girl, I'm gonna help you out. She's like, I'm gonna introduce you to the wizard, and he gonna, because we've been waiting for somebody like you. And so she's like, you're gonna go to Oz and meet the wizard. So Elphaba goes to Oz to meet the wizard. Come to find out, the wizard is a fraud, right?
Mm.
He
Mm.
is a fraud, fraudulent, cashing bad checks. Because he apparently, if you know the story of the wizard, like, he comes to Oz, and they basically think like, oh my god, he's this magical being, he's the old powerful great one who's supposed to, be, quote unquote, supposed to be, I guess, the savior, the, oh, what's the word that they use in the show? I can't remember. Anyway, so Elphaba is like, okay, I'm gonna go. And so when she's on her way there, she's like, wait, I can't go without my day one down bad bitch, Galinda. And she's like, bet girl, let's go. So Galinda and Elphaba go to see the wizard. And then while they're there with the wizard, they're like, okay, what is it that you want most of all? Well, at the time, there's this whole thing going on in that the wizard and the people of Oz want to turn all the talking animals silent, basically, to like not be able to speak, but only to be able to make the noises that the animals are supposed to make. And there's a professor at their university, Shiz, um, who's a goat, and he teaches a class, and Galinda and Elphaba are in his class, and they're just like, and he's telling them like, yeah, the wizard and like people in power are trying to take the voices away from the goats, or not the goats, but like the animals, to make them stop talking. And so, and he tells them about people that he's heard of that have been fired, or like there's experiments going on. And so apparently it's the wizard who's been doing these experiments. And get this, y'all, he's the one who turned the monkeys into flying monkeys. Cause he
Mm.
been reading from the
Mm.
spell book,
Mm.
and he don't know what he doing for real, for real.
A fraud.
So
A scammer.
a fraud. So
A
when
liar
Alphaba
and
and
actress.
Galinda, yeah, so when Alphaba and Galinda go to see the wizard, that's when they come to Alphaba is like, wizard, I want you to help us. We want to stop this whole like turning these turning the speaking animals mute, basically. And he was like, oh girl, that's actually my plan. It's me all along. And she's just like, oh, that's what we doing? Okay, bet, bitch. So that's when Galinda basically like comes into her own, and like her powers like reveal themselves to her, and she's like, oh bitch, I can fly. You know what? I'm defying motherfucking gravity. End of Act One intermission. So that's part one of the movie.
Okay, let's save a little for the ones who want to watch.
Girl, if you ain't seen the play, that's on you. That shit been on YouTube for years upon years upon years. That's when I first
Well,
watched Wicked
now
on.
there's new fans, especially the younger generation that doesn't know about it.
Girl, I don't
They're
give a
like,
fuck.
"Oh, I've always known the Wizard of Oz, but now I know Wicked." Shout out to my nigga Galinda, my nigga Linda. Shout out
Oh,
my
don't say
nigga
that,
Linda.
cause you gonna
What?
find out. Mm.
Oh, this
Yeah.
how she
So
does
this story
him?
is really basically
The
about the friendship of these two women.
betrayal.
Come to find out, bitch was with.
Everybody ate,
Yeah.
and
So if you,
Elphaba was starving.
ah, ah, ah. But yeah, I think Cynthia Revo. If you've seen the original Broadway play, like the character of Elphaba, who's green, has always been played by like a white woman. And I think it wasn't until
Pero
like in
like,
the West End in London that a black woman actually played Elphaba, I believe. Don't quote me though, I'm not 100% sure how accurate that is, but I believe so. And well, the first time she played her, she had like micro braids. And it's just the choices that they've made in the movie with like Galinda, not Galinda, with Elphaba, like to give her also micro braids and like to be very like she got baby hairs. If you watch the movie, like Elphaba got baby hairs. I said, "Oh, okay." But I feel like this movie is very timely for the time right now because it's a great allegory to the way like white women abandon feminism when it comes to their comfort, being uncomfortable and shit.
mm,
Cuz the way just
the switch up
uh
go crazy.
the switch up was crazy because one second she's like, "Yeah, girl, I'm with you to the end, together, divine
And then
gravity
come
type shit."
election day, you host. Sorry.
But then when it come to it, like you over here plotting against me? You working with Madame Marble and the Wizard against me?
You
Putting out
niggas was laughing
propaganda
and
how I'm a
cackling.
evil?
Y'all was laughing and cackling up in this. You niggas should never
Well, the bitches
laugh.
in the stew? Yeah.
The bitches
So
in this too. You was
it's a
laughing and cackling.
like even Steven Shorts, Steven Short, I think that's his name, the writer of the musical. Like even he said, "Is like, baby, this was definitely like Wicked is always written about like racism." um, but it's kind
I
of
feel
crazy
like it's
because it's like you.
like I was gonna relate it to X-Men, where it's like it's literally like parallels with society. It should have been a black woman playing. Like maybe I didn't want to hit the nail on the head too hard, but
Okay.
it was a wise choice to finally do that.
Yeah. So I'm just like, girl, this is not clock the tea. But I
To
don't know.
me,
I've just been
to
very much
me,
enjoying people realizing this, even though I've always known.
I've just been enjoying the press. The press has been everything to me. The tears, the crying, the sensitivity, the oh my god, my girl, it's your girl. It's just been like it just takes me back to when I was doing a conservatory,
Hmm.
my acting conservatory, and when you're around that many like theater people, or like you're doing something that you really really wanted for a long time, um you're trying to go to these deep emotional places. It doesn't just happen out of nowhere. Okay, you got to actually connect in real life.
Yeah.
And once you do that, like actually, then you find yourself like emotional over everything because you're like, no, like she gets it. No, like, because you don't even understand the deeper meaning of this the way that I know about her and the deeper meaning of this because we talked about this. So it's easy to like laugh about, and I've been laughing. It's been so funny. But I also get it because I was the bitch last year in New York crying every week with my classmates. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying right now, but here we are. You bitches, I'm gonna just cry around you because now you're crying. Now I'm a cry. I'm just a crier. Also,
and I
as
think,
we've
and I,
seen this
you,
past season.
you. Child, listen,
We are Alphabet and Glinda in real life.
baby, like
I'm gonna just start stroking your nail when you cry.
I feel like if we were to be doing this in person, me and you would literally be like holding each other, holding space for each other every like fucking episode
Yes,
because the
defying
way
gravity and queer media. Media.
we're queer media, babe. We're queer media, babe. Like, did you know that? Yeah,
Did you know? I
like
had no idea.
we're hold a lot over the past week. A lot of people have been holding space.
I didn't know that. That's beautiful.
Did did you see that interview where she did another interview with like talking about that specific interview? She was like, I was actually trying to go into a different question, but then it came out that way, and I didn't mean it to come out that way.
It's like,
And she was just like,
we're already
and
in too
I
deep.
just rolled with it.
We're in too deep. I couldn't take it back.
I was like, we here, because like the way it just made uh what's her name so emotional was just like, girl, get it the
Is
fuck together.
everything okay? No, because I
I
think
really
from the outside looking in, it's giving is everything okay at home? Are you girls okay?
no, because initially when I first like saw like their main like interview, like their hour-long one for the actual movie, I was just like, what the fuck did John M. Chu put these women through that they are literally in every scene? But then when I think it was she was doing like an episode of Bo and Yang's podcast, Ariana Grande. She was just talking about like the the choices that she made for like her Galinda, and like the choices that Cynthia Erivo made for like playing Alphaba. I was just like, oh, these bitches was like deep in the character. And then you hear about like how Ariana like prepared for the role, and you're just like, oh
I love
wow.
that stuff. And then when
Like
you can
6 months,
feed off of that,
like this girl was on tour doing like hours of like vocal lessons, hours of like acting lessons, and you're just like, wait, why does Ariana Grande need vocal and acting lessons? It's like she genuinely wanted to give her all. And the beautiful thing about it is I saw somebody else like dissect like when she was talking about this. She was like, she did all of this, she prepared herself all of this, and was like, even if all I did all this, and even if I just got the audition, I don't care if I get the role, but even if I just got the opportunity to stand before the decision makers, at least I will know that I went into it fully prepared and giving my all. And I was just like, damn. I was like, oh, this is a really great
message.
piece message to like to put towards like, if you prepare yourself for all the things, if you do all the things beforehand to prepare yourself for the role of a lifetime, basically the role of your life, right? And even if you're just in the room and never get the role, at least you did everything in your power to prepare yourself for that role. And I just thought it was so beautiful. And
Yeah,
then
and
when
I
Cynthia
feel.
talks about, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like also with like actors, because it's rare for you to get a booking. Like every audition is like something that you're supposed to cherish, like and act like this is the role because this might be as close to the role that you're gonna get. So it's like you need
Yeah,
to work for that role and enjoy doing that because that might be as good as it gets. And it's like an important lesson to learn. And also like even though Ariana was already an actress and a singer, you're always working. Like even Viola Davis, I know she still be training because you're never the best artist you can be, no matter what
yeah.
field it is. Like you can always improve in one way or another. I love interviews like that because I'm like, wow, no matter what scale you're at, like I feel like the that story and that message like rings true. Like it makes sense or like it's something to keep in mind for life
Mm.
from an
No, I
art from
think
like an actor's perspective.
no, even like not just actors, but also like as creatives, you have to put that work in, even if it's like this project might be the last project you ever work on. It's like at least everything leading up to that project, you did your absolute all to make sure it was going to be the best you know it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just genuinely just enjoyed these girls just talking about their processes and like what these characters mean to them because like those two characters do like mean a lot to a lot of people across generations, you know? And it's a very beautiful like and heartbreaking story and I can't wait for like part 2 to come out so y'all like will actually finally see those who have never seen Wicked before, like for y'all to finally like see like the full arch story. It's like, oh, and then the way it ties into like
Or look it up. Watch it
girl, read the
online.
synopsis on the Wicked. Which is the same one who just
Watch the
chastised me for
OG
putting out
online.
spoilers.
No, I'm saying because there's, you know, this is not the first and probably won't be the last iteration. Like, you're like, what's gonna
Mm,
happen? Though maybe they're like, I don't want to know. I want it to
girl,
be a surprise.
spoilers have been out for the past 20 years, 20 plus years.
Definitely over 20 years.
You know, but I will say the Cynthia's like I think this like the fact that she was cast for the role of Elphaba, it for the longest, even though those of us who are aware of the Wicked story, like we've always known, but like the gravity behind like her
Holding space.
specifically hold I hate you.
Sorry.
Her holding space within the role, um, being a black woman, and then also after coming from like those who know her within the, like the Broadway sense, coming from The Color Purple, like knowing that whole story and how like how she talks about what she went through, like the trauma of playing, you know, that character in Color Purple and then coming into Wicked and kind of having to tap into that same thing. It's such a heaviness to it. She talked when she talked about the scene like at the Ozdust ball where she's like walking into a room. Even John M. Chu was the director was talking about how like she told him she was like I can only do this scene once, and if you know the scene that I'm talking about, if you've seen it, you know, where she like walks into into like the Ozda's ball, and literally just everyone is just laughing at her, and you can there's multiple ways to like look at that like from her perspective is like right she's green physically right but like as a woman of color how many times have you entered a room with people who don't look like you and they just you know like they're looking at you as like
Spotlight's
why is
on
she
you.
here, like why is she here, what are her qualifications, like does she even you know
Who is
like
she?
and it's so crazy like the parallels between this like what we just went through with the election and this fucking movie. It's like it's very timely but also it's timely in the worst way possible, and it's but I genuinely enjoy the story so much and
You
it's like
love a
so
good
good because it
heartbreak.
you know but I just her that I think casting could not have done a better job in finding somebody. And it's so weird because apparently someone in like 2019 when it was announced that like Wicked movie was like being made was like they tweeted out Cynthia Erivo for Alphaba, Ariana Grande for Galinda,
Mm-hmm.
and people were like, "Wait, what the fuck? Are you a fortune teller? Like, how did you know this?"
Facts. Everybody was like, so when is Rihanna's album coming out? Can you tell me who I'm
Meanwhile,
gonna marry? They had done it twice. They did something else in 2021. They had tweeted, and that ended up happening in real life, but I can't remember what the other thing was.
yeah, but shout out to everybody on the creative team for this movie has been great, and I just love
But I
that
feel
they
like
casted Jeff
a
Goldblum as the
Blake.
wizard.
Oh,
Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
he does have that. He does, yeah, yeah. He gives wizard vibes and like scammer vibes.
You know, every character he's ever played is always just like, even when he did that Thor
Well,
movie,
questionable.
you know, a little. Ooh, I don't know if I can trust you, but you cute though. So I don't
Mm-mm.
know.
You did you know Jonathan Bailey's gay?
Yes, maybe
Why is
everybody
he
knew.
always
You
in love
must have
with a
not
woman of
watched Fellow
color as a
Travelers.
no? What is that?
oh, go watch that. And then you can be like, oh, that motherfucker is
He's
hetero
not
never. Hetero,
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 hetero, hetero.
hetero, hetero.
That was him in the
Yeah, Jonathan,
movie. I'm not
you know,
gay. I'm
apparently,
hetero, hetero,
I
hetero,
heard that
hetero. Just a little feminine.
I saw something about like Jonathan Bailey's writer. Apparently, in it, it says he cannot fall in love with anyone who is not. If it's a woman, it would have to be like a woman of color
Mhm.
in his
Yeah.
contract. And I said, ooh. And they were like, and apparently he was like, he was very. It was his signing of his contract for Wicked was very much dependent on who they casted as Elphaba.
He said, "I get to leave a white woman for a black woman. Sign me up." There was somebody who
Oh, we
tweeted.
love a black king.
There was somebody tweeted who was like, "If I had a nickel for every time Jonathan Bailey
John
fell off a
Bailey.
horse and betrayed his sibling or something like that, or made somebody betray their sibling for his love interest to be with a woman of color, I'd have two nickels. It isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Come on
Because,
now.
and I didn't know he was in chewing gum. He was the one
Yeah.
that was fetishizing
Mm-hmm.
um McKillico's character.
Yeah.
I
And
never
even
put that
when
together.
and even in that show with Phoebe Waller-Bridge crashing, he he was pretending. I don't know if he was pretending or he was very much acting like he was like straight, but like in the end, like he fell in love with his very much like POC roommate at the time.
He's like the reverse Zoe Saldana.
A lot of
Like
people are saying that he's kind of like, do you know Darren Chris
that name sounds
from
so familiar. Is that not Vampire
he did
Diaries?
the no, 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 no. He did the Gianni Versace uh biopic, not biopic, but Andrew Cunanan, the guy
He
who
looked
killed
like the
Gianni
dude from
Versace.
Teen Wolf. You know who the dude from Teen Wolf? The main character?
Tyler Posey.
Yes.
But yes, so Darren Chris, right,
Mhm.
on Glee played a gay man, right?
Mhm.
And then in the Andrew Cunanan biopic, the guy who killed Gianni Versace, he was also gay, right? Played by Darren Chris. And I think he's got done like a couple of other stuff where he's also played gay. But in real life, he's fully married to a woman. And so people are like, Jonathan Bailey is basically the reverse Darren Chris because this man is fully gay in life, but everything he's been casted in except for fellow travelers, I believe,
He's
he's
been straight.
with a woman, hetero, hetero,
Hetero.
hetero, hetero.
Honey, I'm not gay no
But when I
more.
tell you, I
I'm
am
delivered.
delivered.
I'm
But when I tell
delivered.
you, he plays those characters so well that even I'd be like, yeah, he's straight.
They go
He
together,
convinced me.
Tim. They go
Go
together.
together. And that's the thing though, it's like you very rarely find like gay or even like queer people in such roles succeeding. And I'm like, oh,
Mm,
I love
her.
this. I'm here for
Right.
this. So shout out to him. Apparently he did all his own stunts and dancing in all the scenes. I was like, okay, look at him go. Okay, Johnny. Mind you, he was doing 3 shows all at once. He was doing
Yeah, I heard
Bridgerton,
about that.
Fellow Travelers, and Wicked, the movie, all together. I said, damn.
No sleep, but good money.
His castmates were saying like every time they would had a break for Bridgerton, they would hear him and like in the music for Wicked just dancing in his trailer, just stomping around. And then
That honestly sounds like the dream.
just and then he'd like rap Bridgerton, hop on a plane, go to I think they filmed in like wherever the tulip fields were. I don't remember. He would go there, record film for Wicked, fly to like New York, film for Fellow Travelers, and by Monday he was back in I think the UK filming for Bridgerton. I said, God damn, I know he is exhausted.
Hmm.
And
That's
they
one of the
filmed that
blessings of, one of the things you pray for, and then when it comes, you're like, oh shit, this is what I asked for.
you gotta
Like,
clock in,
shit,
bitch.
I, prayed for times like this to rhyme like this. So
So I had to grind like that to shine like this in the matter of time
okay,
I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon. Wow. The fact that I know
you
it
know
like
that
that
song
is a
really
problem.
well. Come on, Jasmine.
Maybe I'm from Philly. I'm from Philly. What's up?
Period. Period.
Yeah. Let me get a cheesesteak.
Let me get a no
Let me get a
on a
motherfucking
Philly.
on a
What
Philly
did they
roll.
order? No, chopped cheese is New York, right?
Hmm.
You know, like I said, I'm northeastern.
Maybe Far East Africa, please. Be very fucking for real.
Let me get a
So if you,
chopped cheese.
so if you
Let me
so
get
if
a
you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying
period.
solo,
Okay.
I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. Those lyrics,
Period.
those lyrics, even the way it starts. Hold on, let me pull them up because the
Please. The copyright.
no, I'm just gonna read them. I'm not gonna sing it.
And you can see Brian is a stan.
I am. And one guess she was like, Brian, I need you. If we're gonna talk about this, I'm gonna need you not to, you know, do what you like to do. But I have to. I'm sorry. Where is
Have
it?
is a strong word. You don't have to do. You don't want.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leap.
Mm.
Baby, when I tell you what Cynthia Erivo was singing this goddamn song, I was in there. I was like, that theater just like this song is a praise. Like this is a praise and worship song. This is a if I get up and sing this
Not the
at church, ain't nobody
gospel.
looking at me sideways. I'm dead ass. Cause when she goes into that
I would like to see that.
unlimited,
I would like to
there's
see that.
like when she goes into like the second verse and she starts it off with unlimited, you just like "Ooh," and she's just in the sky just falling, you just like yes, unlimited power, unlimited grace, unlimited it is a praise break moment. And in all
Mm.
like and I felt it. It's very gospel. I feel like that song is very gospel. And I feel like if you are a church, you need to be you need to have that in your repertoire. Add it to the repertoire.
Mm.
Add it
Add
to
it to the
the
hymn book.
defying gravity. Cause child, it's a very like, and I think that's why a lot of people like identify with it. It's like it's a very empowering song. Shout out to the writers, cause y'all ate with that one.
They did
Did
their
your
big
big one.
one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, is that all that you got
Is that
for the wicked?
yes? That's me. That's me talking about. I'm done talking about Weekend now. You happy? I'm kidding. No, but
No, I'm here
I
for
just felt
it.
we had
You
to.
stand.
I just feel like since we are in queer media, we really did have to like hold space for the power that
Mm.
is Wicked, as and especially being in Black queer media.
Did you know
You
that?
know, I didn't. Wow, holding space. Yeah,
Mm.
beautiful.
Mm.
Ah! Let me ask you this: what are you holding space for this 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 week or this month,
Um,
since it is the holidays?
holding. I'm holding space for not doing shit. Holding space to not have to do anything. That's what I'm holding
Ooh,
space. Like it's okay to not be doing a lot all the time.
amen.
And that's what
Somebody,
that's what I'm gonna embrace this holiday season.
I love that.
Okay. Yeah. What about you?
Hmm. I am holding space for not knowing. I'm holding space for being in a state of flux in my life right now.
Mm.
That's what I'm holding space for. I feel like um right now I'm in my Wizard and I, like, I'm on the precipice of something, but I'm not sure what it is yet, and I can almost see it, but the vision is not clear yet. So I'm holding space for that, for not knowing but having the idea. That's what I'm holding space for. I think, you know.
That's beautiful, because
Thank
that
you.
means anything is possible.
Okay.
I mean, you don't know what it is. It's coming, and it could be literally anything.
Something's coming. I don't know what it is, when it is, but it's gonna be great. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm holding space for. Go ahead, girl. Take us
My
out.
friend, I feel like you should take us out. Alphabet, it's your weekend.
Okay. Oh, it's my weekend alphabet. I'm dead. Oh, I'm gonna take us out with um my favorite
I'm already
lyrics.
regretting this.
You said it. Don't.
No Trixie's backsies.
Oh, exactly. Where is it? Where is it? Wait. But I swear someday there'll be a celebration throughout Oz that's all to do with me. Um, and I'll want nothing else till I die, held in such high esteem. When people see me, they will scream. For half of Oz's favorite team, the Wizard and I. And with that said, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another wickedly awesome episode of the Untitled Africans podcast. I'm your host, Brian, with your girl, Wangechi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, rate, do all the good stuff on our YouTube channel. Do not forget also to follow us on our social media at Untitled Africans Pod on Instagram, TikTok. We are found wherever podcasts are found: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and now also on Revolt. We love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. We out.
Bye.